Let's call to order the June 7th, 2022 Village Board meeting. This meeting is being conducted both in person and remotely. For the record, this is Village President Mark Zula, and I'm currently at our regular meeting location, Roscoe Village Hall. Provisions have been made to allow the elected officials, village staff, and members of the public to participate remotely if necessary. As always, any action taken tonight will be conducted by roll call vote. Item 2, Pledge of Allegiance. I will now ask those present. Please rise for a pledge of allegiance. Given the audio delay issues, we will ask everyone participating remotely to please keep their microphone on mute during the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item 3, roll call. Clerk, will you please call the roll for those participating remotely? Please acknowledge that they can hear the proceeding.
Gustafson. Here. Keen.
Here, and I can hear you.
Thank you.
Here.
Petty. Here. Block.
Here.
Done.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 4, public comment. Are there any members of the public wishing to be heard on our public comment this evening? If there's any members of the public logged in to the meeting this evening and wish to speak, please unmute your phone or microphone, state your name and address, and as always, limit your comments to 3 minutes. Joseph, do we have anyone with a hand up?
Yes, we do actually.
Okay, cool.
Elizabeth Young. I will unmute her right now.
Okay, thank you.
Ask her.
Elizabeth.
Hi,
Hi, can you hear us?
yes,
Okay, great. Could you please state your name and address for the record?
yes, Elizabeth Young, 9573 Twin Deer Run, Roscoe.
Okay, please, 3 minutes is yours.
So I'm a new resident here in Roscoe, and it's been brought to my attention that there's an ordinance for only 3 pets allotted at a residence. We currently have 3 pets, 2 cats and a dog, and we're on a list to get a puppy, a golden retriever puppy. And so that would make it a 4th. And so we're kind of at a crossroads. I'm wondering if there's like a way that the ordinance could be lifted to like more pets, or if like a waiver could be instated to be filled out so I could then get a 4th, like allowance for a 4th pet. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I'm talking about.
Okay, appreciate that. Just go ahead and stay on, Elizabeth.
Okay,
I'll see if there's any other public comment, and then during my president's report, which is the next thing, we'll go ahead and circle back to you on that. Okay.
okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right. Oh, no, thank you. Joe, do we have anybody, other hands up there?
Nope.
No.
Another person, but no hands up.
Okay. So, any other public comment? Public comment going once, public comment going twice, public comment is now gone. Item 5, President's report. I have to be 100% open and honest with you here, Elizabeth. I've never heard that we had an ordinance of that many pets. So I'm going to defer this to Mr. Kurlinkus over here, and he can give us a rundown on this.
I'm pulling up right now. Yes, we do have a limit. It's right now, it's 3 domestic animals. That's
Okay.
how our code is written.
Does that include fish?
Includes dogs and cats essentially. Chickens are something separate. There's I think a maximum of 6 chickens allowed, but really we're talking about dogs and cats.
Okay.
And we do have limit. There's exceptions to it based on if you were a breeder, a licensed breeder, or a vet, or a couple other exceptions. So generally though, this board has put in place in the past a limit of 3 domestic animals.
Without getting too crazy here, I'm going to have to defer to some of the people that have been here longer than me. Have we ever had this be an issue before? Sue, no, Carol?
Once upon a time when someone had so many that they basically qualified as running a kennel,
Mhm.
that was an issue. But other than that, no. And it comes down to, I think if neighbors perceive a nuisance, because I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who have more than 3 animals,
Sure.
but it's just simply not phoned in,
Okay.
shall we say, unless there's a big nuisance. Not that I'm saying that's carte blanche,
Sure.
but you asked if there has been any, what shall we say, enforcement or complaints.
Mhm.
No, other than the one kennel incident, no.
Chief, have we ever had an issue?
Just like she said, the one person that was trying to.
Okay, just that one isolated incident?
Yeah.
Stacy, anything to add? Well, Elizabeth, I guess you can go ahead and get yourself that other puppy.
Well,
Oh.
No?
what we're gonna do, I guess you can tell me what I do. Do we want to? I suppose you can do it. It's on your clock, right? But realistically,
I mean, Joe.
procedurally,
I asked everybody a question.
yes.
If no one complains or whatever, you know, that we're good. Everyone's faces are red right now, up there, just so you know. We're trying to work
We
through
do
it.
have it in place. You know, you can decide, maybe you want to do it where they come in for a waiver, you can certainly do that.
Okay.
Obviously, it'd be based on the size of the house, size of the property,
So,
some sort of standard, or you could change it completely and just increase it, or just let it go.
I kind of like the waiver thing. I kind of like the way you said the waiver thing. So, what do you think, Mike? Waiver?
Yeah, I would go along with that.
So,
You know, every case would be.
yeah, identify it individually.
I think historically this was drawn addressing the issue of dogs. I think there would probably be greater objection if someone had 4 dogs running
Purchased,
around the property as opposed to a couple of cats inside or 3 cats inside, as long as they were not hoarders and
Right.
where you reach that. I don't know.
Well, I have it out
So-
there to everybody. What do you think about a waiver then?
Well, I would think we would have to put in place a standard and a process by which you grant the waiver.
Mm,
A waiver for how many additional, 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever. And again, as Joe said, is it going to be based on the size of the property, the distance between owners, if something is fenced, yada, yada, yada.
No, I get it.
And I will note, like, in the county wise, and I think here occasionally too, I think the cats in the houses, we've seen issues sometimes with the health department.
Yeah.
That's generally what we've seen,
Hmm.
when it actually has been the extent of, some issues with the health department that come in to either condemn the house or to remove those. So I don't know that removing the limit completely is maybe something you want to do, but, some sort of standard where you can say, okay, yeah.
I
it's a
understand
giant
it.
house,
I
you have more
understand
than-
having a limit. I get that, for sure,
So perhaps we can explore it, put it on a committee of the whole agenda in the future. But I know that doesn't help her right now.
Yeah, right. Elizabeth, if you could be so kind as to, we'll have Joe and Scott probably reach back out for you here in the next coming days. I know our village administrator is on vacation
I
this
know
week.
he is on right now too.
Oh, he's on right now too, so, but he's still on vacation. So, you are on the list to get a puppy. We're gonna definitely have some more dialogue about a waiver type situation, in this example. And we will get back to you. And then you can come in and give us all the information that we feel that we need to make a proper decision, to either allow you or not allow you to have a 4th pet. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much for taking your time to consider
Oh,
this.
absolutely. It's our pleasure. Please stay safe. Have a good evening.
Thank you, you too.
Okay. I was waiting for you to say that. I really was.
But they can have 6
They
chickens.
can-
They can have 5 chickens and a rooster.
No roosters.
No roosters.
No roosters.
No, 6
I
hens.
can only tell you in Hawaii, it was crazy. Let's see, item 6, treasurer's report. Mr. Olson, you're up.
Okay, bill submitted for approval for June 7th. The total pooled cash and cash equivalents is $8,065,717 rounded. The expenditures for the list, $110,272.17. The payroll expense from 5/21, $86,070.54. Total general fund expenditures of $196,342.71. And then motor fuel, there was nothing for motor fuel. So there was remaining cash for motor fuel of $1,259,194.
Okay, excellent. Item 6.2, we have a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
First by Justin Flock, can I have a second? Second. Second by Stacy Malico. Any discussion? Clerk call roll, please.
Patty? Yes. Don?
Yes.
Flock?
Yes.
Gustafson?
Yes.
King?
yes,
Malco?
Yes.
Okay, motion
Excuse
to-
me, before we move on, I have a procedural question of the treasurer.
Sure, please.
Don, would you explain to us when we can anticipate our first year to date expenditures?
I'm working on
Because
that. I'm working on that with Steve right now. I'm
Okay.
working from a distance, so
Okay.
that's his baby, so I have to,
Because we know how volatile prices have
Yes.
been for absolutely everything, and it would be really great to have a snapshot of where we are.
yes,
So we might anticipate something in,
next couple weeks.
okay, next meeting or first meeting in August.
Yeah, I would say next meeting or the first meeting, first
Oh,
meeting in
July.
July. Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Absolutely.
Item 7.1, approval of a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting held on May 17th.
So move.
First by Anthony King, second by Justin Platt. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Dunn,
Yes.
Petty,
Yes.
Flock,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Keen,
Yes.
Gustafson.
Yes,
Motion carries 6-0. Item 8, motion and resolutions, final action, approval of resolution 2022-R34 awarding the 2022 residential streets maintenance and repair program and entering into an agreement with current contracting company for the bid amount of $556,222. I have a motion, please.
So moved.
First by Justin Platt. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Stacy Malaco. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Dunn,
Yes.
Gustafson,
yes,
Keen,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Petty, yes, Flock.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 6-0. 8.2, approval of resolution 2022-R35 approving an acquisition of the 2022 GMC Sierra under the terms of the village master lease agreement with Enterprise Fleet Management Incorporated for use by the Roscoe Police Department for the quoted price of $33,389.75. Is there a motion to approve?
So
So
moved.
move.
First by Justin Plack, and I'm going to give second to Anthony King there. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Flock,
Yes.
Petty,
yes,
Malaco,
Yes.
Keen,
Yes.
Gustafson,
no,
Dunn,
Yes.
Motion carries 5-1. 8.3, approval of resolution 2022-R36, authorizing the authorization of the purchase of a 2022 Vermeer 12-inch capacity drum brusher chipper, for the quoted price of $45,810.32. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
First by
Second.
Justin Platt. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Anthony King. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Petty,
yes,
Keen,
Yes.
Gustafson,
yes,
Dunn,
Yes.
Malaco,
Yes.
Flock.
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0. Item 8.4, approval of resolution 2022-R37, declaring surplus equipment and authorizing its disposal, Hydro Cedar Public Works. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
First by Justin Platt. Can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Anthony King. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Malaco,
Yes.
Petty,
yes,
Flock,
Yes.
Keen,
Yes.
Gustafson,
yes,
Dunn.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, motion carries 6-0. Item 9, new business, first reading, approval of ordinance 2022-06, granting a variance for an increase in allowable fence height in a front yard setback from 4 feet to 6 feet at 595 Purple Sage Drive, Roscoe, Illinois, PIN number 04-31-280-001. Zoning R1 Single Family Residential, ZBA action to approve pass 601 on 5/18/2022. Scott, I believe you wanted to have a little conversation with everybody about this and to see if we can move it to suspend the rules on this.
President Zula, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, perfect. The reason I'm sorry, I did ask this to come before the board under new business tonight, only because Mr. Espinosa made this initial fence request back coincidental to the date of our April ZBA meeting. So of course he couldn't get on that agenda. So we already waited a month to get to a ZBA agenda. And And I just want to be sympathetic to his desire to get moving forward with this project and not take this through too many more meetings. These have come before you in the past. These are unique situations where a corner lot, and of course, remember, corner lots have 2 front yard setbacks, not just the frontage that the house is oriented toward, but this what would be thought of as a side yard of it. If it abuts the next public right of way, that's a front yard setback as well. If you've read the report and looked at the maps, when the pattern of houses is such that it's backyard to backyard, and the opposite side of the street in question, the frontage in question, is also backyard to backyard, when no house is front to that connecting street and there are no driveways, those are the times we have been in favor of recommending approval, because the 6-foot fence is not disrupting an established pattern of traditional front yards, nor is it presenting a vision safety issue for a driveway. I can tell you that when we worked on the zoning ordinance, we actually talked about trying to bring this exact set of circumstances into permitted allowance for a 6-foot fence in a front yard side back. But the more we worked through it, the more qualifiers there were, the more what about this, that we agreed it was best to keep it, as rarely as they come up, it was best to keep it as a variance request.
I have a general question. Why the need for 6 feet as opposed to 4? What can't be done with 4 that requires 6 feet?
I think the answer would be increased privacy, visual screen. You can't look over a 6-foot fence. You can look over a 4-foot fence.
This is height, not.
I know.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, I knew it was
Yeah,
height.
okay.
I knew it was
That's
height.
pretty sure.
I mean, I just see 6 feet as, we have our stockade mentality going on here, 6-foot fences all over the town.
Anybody else? Anybody else, can? No, that it? Okay, Carol, do you have anything else to add?
No.
Okay, can I have a motion to suspend the rules?
So moved.
Okay, first by Sue Petty, second by Justin Platt. Clerk, call roll, please.
Dunn,
Yes.
Gustafson,
Yes,
Petty. Yes. Malaco,
Yep.
Keen,
yes,
Block.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 6-0.
wait, that's only to suspend.
Yeah, I know, I was gonna move into the next thing here. So now that we've had a motion to suspend the rules, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, first by Justin Platt, can I have a second by Anthony Keene. Any other discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Keen,
yes,
Malaco,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Petty. Yes. Block,
Yes.
Gustafson.
No,
Okay, carries 5-1. Item 10, old business. Anybody have anything on our old business? The only thing that I have under old business, or actually somewhat new business, but I'd like to say that I kind of really like that. And that's kind of like under old business. I think that's gonna do real well. I really do. Hope it does. Hoping maybe it starts something, you know what I mean? Nice job for everyone that was a part of it, that's for sure. That's really about it that I had for old business. Item 11, public comment. Once again, is there anyone out there that wishes to speak under public comment? If so, please unmute your phone or microphone. State your name and address and limit your comments to 3 minutes, please. Joe, is there a hand up there?
No, there's not.
Okay. Public comment going once, public comment going twice, public comment is now gone. Item 12. And we have a little problem here. I don't see anything. Well, never mind. Item 12 for executive session. We don't have anything for executive session. So we have a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second. First by Stacy Malaco, second by Michael Dunn. Clerk, call the roll, please. Oh, would you? Yeah. Sorry. Sounded like you. Justin Platt was first. Michael Dunn was second.
Hold on. Dunn,
Yes.
Petty. Yes. Malaco,
Yes.
Keen,
yes.
Block,
Yes.
Gustafson.
yes.